Getting word of some breaking news here. There are more mass layoffs reported in the federal government, this time hitting the FAA, the agency responsible for airline safety in America. So what does this mean? Close to 300 workers received pink slips over the weekend. The Associated Press reports that the impacted workers include personnel on FAA radar, landing, and navigational aid maintenance, among other jobs. The union president is already speaking out saying this is just a terrible idea and says this is already stretching a limited workload thinner than it already is. The cuts are coming from the Trump administration, but a direct recommendation from Elon Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. One FAA employee who was fired over the weekend suggested he was fired because of his views on Tesla. I found this FAA worker on LinkedIn. Charles Spitzer Standlatter says he's speaking out because America needs to know he was fired after midnight on Saturday, and said DOGE wiped his computer and shut it off without warning. He went on to say America's national security is now less safe. So why does this matter? The FAA has kind of an important job, and the Federal Aviation Administration is already under heightened scrutiny after last month's deadly collision between a helicopter and that passenger jet in Washington, D.C. 67 people died in the crash, and air traffic control was reportedly understaffed that night. We're also learning that Elon Musk's SpaceX company is reportedly going to visit FAA's Air Traffic Control Command Center to suggest safety improvements. It's still unclear how much Musk himself will be involved, but one thing is glaringly obvious: SpaceX has billions of dollars in government contracts with the federal government and NASA and the Department of Defense. So this could all be a conflict of interest. It feels like every day we're getting more news of layoffs from DOGE to the federal government. And important to remember that federal employees don't just work in Washington, D.C., they work across the country, all 50 states. So you might know someone who's affected. If you do, hit me up in a comment. I want to hear about it.